Good evening, everyone. Aaron Holland here. I'm going to try to go real quick into how to create a seating chart in Infinite Campus. Most of you probably know how to do this already, so this is elementary Watson. For the rest of you, hopefully you get something from this, okay? I had an original video over 12 minutes long. I'm trying to condense it. I want to make it less than 10. So here we go. Alright, so I'm using the Digital Playground, the sandbox that was given to us back in May for training purposes, and therefore all the data that's showing up here for Megan Kaysen is not real and thus not a FERPA violation. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move on real quick. A lot of teachers have said their landing page when they first log on to Infinite Campus is not the Campus Tools section, which you're seeing right now. They're actually in the Campus Instruction Beta, which is this right here. Folks like Mr. Guerin, they already have this page as their home anchored page when they first log in. I don't know why different people have different logins at different locations. Bottom line, if you're not here, okay, if you're in Campus Tools, just remember, click the Windows Tile button, click Campus Instruction Beta, and you're where you need to be. Okay, so from here, if you want to create seating charts, obviously go to Seating Charts. Now, at this point, you see no seating charts have been made. I deleted the chart I created because I wanted to make this as seamless as possible for you. So let's go ahead and click New, and then you have to choose your classes. I'm going to keep this about right where it is so the teachers at the high school can kind of get the association with second, third, and fourth block. Maybe they have first block planning, and of course they have an advisement as well. Okay, so when I created mine, I did, obviously did second block first, third, then fourth. Okay, so basically I'm going to go right here. I'm going to choose the class. I don't have seating chart and advisement. I'll let them sit where they want. They're usually not there more than, I don't know, 15-20 minutes at the most. So basically, with that being said, the classes I have on a daily basis, on a regular basis, they're the ones that have the actual seating chart. With that being said, I click that. Then of course I have to actually create the seating chart name. So I'm going to just make it real simple. Core Alg second period. Alright, so I know when I see this in the seating chart created files, I know Core Alg second period is my second period class. I will keep this default for now. A lot of people try to figure this formula out. Don't do it. Okay, don't waste your time. Real simple. If you're one of those ones that like to do alphabetically A to Z, guess what? You populate this immediately. Okay, you have other options, alphabetically Z to A or random. I don't do that. Okay, I allow my students the first few days of class to sit where they want. I know this is a high school thing, quote unquote, but it allows me to see who they sit next to, who they talk to, who they communicate with, and whether or not that's good for them or bad. Okay, and we go from there. So basically, go ahead and click Create Chart, and it's going to populate this 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by what? 5. Okay, that's where we get the 25 seats. So, in my particular class, I really only have 4 rows. Okay, so this 5th row of empty chairs is irrelevant to me. So the first thing I'm going to do is, this is what I love about Infinite Campus. You could just drag and drop. Okay, no, you cannot just click the button and move it. You have to actually left click and hold and move where you want it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move that there. Go ahead and move that one there. Move that one there, and lo and behold, I don't have enough room for another row. Okay, because I have 4 on this side and 4 on this side. So basically what I'll do, you just have a myriad of possibilities. You can either just move this guy over, this one over. Oh, Oh, I may mess this up. Actually, I didn't. See how I'm doing this? These are all interchangeable. If it doesn't fit, when you click it, it's going to go right back. You can't mess up the formula. Now, if you go too far, yes, it will swap the two. When you see red to green, right? It's going to make the change, okay? So keep that in mind. But you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 computer desks or student desks on this side of the room, and then I've got 4 on this side, which as of right now I've got 4 and 4. So I'm going to go ahead and move these here and here. Now when you decide to go with whatever seating arrangement you do, you can obviously, this is how I did it initially. I just moved the desks. I'm looking for a number of 32 here. That's the maximum number of students we can have right now, at least in the CTAE area. So I'm going to go and move this, fill these in, okay. Oh, and you see I messed it up. This one's going to pose me a problem. Alright, there we go. Alright, so you can play with it a little bit, and this is the middle aisle. This is what I call the preacher aisle of Pickens High School. If you're in any of these areas here and here, this is the teacher impact zone, if you will. Okay, whole lot of loving going on right here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Alright, so you can see when I do this, let's say by some chance I only have 20 students in my class. On a high school level, not going to happen, but let's just hypothetically say, okay, good. But as you can see on the left side of the room, I have all my students, and then on the right, I only have 1 student in the first desk. So let's say I want to do this. I want to move this. I'm not too happy with this setup. I want to make sure that I have a little bit of space between the students that maybe talk too much, communicate too much, etc. Maybe a disruption. Let's say Alexander is a little too much. I'm going to put him back in this corner. Or I can swap him with Miss Yang, and my computer desk is roughly right about here. Okay? So basically, Alexander is right in my crosshairs. Okay? All about, obviously proximity. 90% of student discipline is handled with proactive discipline. Enough said. Alright, so when you're looking at this here, you can move these students around everywhere. Let's say that Robert Briggs wants to sit on the end. He doesn't like, let me rephrase that. Let's say Kylie doesn't like the window seat over here, right? But Victor does. Let's go ahead and swap them. See how that works? You can move them wherever you want, and you're done. Okay? Once you're done with your layout, once you have your students where you want them, you can click Save, and it brings out, if you notice, some of these areas lit up. Okay? Now, once you have your seating chart done, you're good to go. Okay? As you can see, seating chart is done. So let's say I want to run a report for maybe if I have a substitute teacher, maybe I'm going to be out for a little while, etc. This is how you set it up. You can actually print a report for the seating chart. Back in the day when we had PowerSchool, the only way I knew how to do it was to print screen your layout and then copy it and paste it into a Microsoft Paint document and go from there. This is so much easier, so much intuitive. I love it. Okay, first of all, do nickname, because I've noticed about, 1/3 of my students don't go by their first name. And then of course, grade level. Again, this is Burger King, have it your way. Most CTAE in some classes, depending on what electives they are, you're going to have mixed grade levels. Elementary level, maybe English 11, English 10, English 9, etc. You wouldn't need grade level, but I know for my intents and purposes, I choose grade level. And then of course I choose picture. Now we don't have the pictures imported into Infinite Campus yet. I don't know what they're waiting for on that one, if they're trying to get the data from PowerSchool or if they're waiting for the new pictures from student pictures this year, or if they're just waiting for Jesus to come back. I don't know. Just kidding. Sorry. But basically, you're going to choose picture, grade level, and nickname. Again, if you know what your grade level is always going to be, you can uncheck that, etc. But this is my setup right here. Generate report. Now, once it generates, you're good to go. Okay. You understand this is the layout. You see what grade level they are, what their names are, and then of course in parentheses or in the areas here, it has their actual name they go by. Okay. Now this is a PDF version of the layout, so you can go down here and you can save it to your desktop, or you can go ahead and click print. If you have a printer installed ready to go, look at there, LaserJet P1505N. I can hit print and I'm done. If you're one of those ones that like to save your setup, you can always, again, when this populates, you can just click save it to your desktop and print it at your leisure. Okay, so that's that in a nutshell. I was going to go ahead and show you. I always click save. I just do it by default. And then let's say you're going to go ahead and you have a new student come into your class. So we're going to go back to seating charts, and as you can see now, coordinate algebra second period. When you click on it, look at that, core alg second period is there, open chart. And let's say that for some odd reason Gordon Dwayne Pugh is a new student at Pickens High School, and he walks in your class. Mr. Holland, where do I sit? First of all, I'm going to pull up my grid and I'm going to see, okay, well, anywhere that looks like a chair, I can put him. So I see in the second row from the back, I have no students, so I'm going to take Mr. Pugh and I'm going to move him to that first desk. Okay. You click save. Alright. And push comes to shove. You pop it here. You get the nicknames, grade level again, and picture, generate report. And your changes have been done immediately, and you can print a new, updated, revised seating chart. Hopefully this helps y'all. This was one of the things I had tried to figure out from the start. Let me know if I can be of any other assistance. Thank you.